everyone, this is Stefano from Aborted, and you're watching Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt.
Hey everybody, this is Mike with Bushido Code. You're listening to Metal-O-Mania with Crypt and Scully. Check it out.
Turn off the bad fucking news and shut out everyone's bullshit views. It's time to metal. Metal-O-Mania.
I think it is time we demonstrated the full power of this station.
Nice start, boys. Outstanding.
Do you know he used to torment his lovers by packing his foreskin with spices before intercourse?
Why do they torment me like this? Why? They're like a bunch of fucking mosquitoes.
Hey, Mark.
Mike.
Is that you?
Well, that's how you open up a fucking metal show, ladies and gentlemen, with two badass jams for you to kick off episode 273 of Metal-O-Mania. Welcome to the show.
Glad to have you.
And welcome my brother. What's up, Mark? How are you, sir?
I'm excellent, man. How are you?
Fucking awesome, brother, man. I've been jamming you cats all week, man. I appreciate you hanging out with us, brother.
Excellent.
Nice of you to join us.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good shit, good shit. Well, before we do dive too deeply into the show, I don't want to overlook the fact that we opened up with a little bit of Bovice, man. That's hardcore meets thrash metal out of Chicago. Dreaming of Paradise is their full-length release. It just came out on September 23rd. It is their debut full release. I strongly recommend that everybody pick it up. And right behind that, man, dude, this Amorphia out of India. This is their third fucking album. They are doing thrash right. September 30th release is Lethal Dose. Please pick it up, man, and show them the love. Show them the love. And show my man Mark the love. What's in the water in Canada, man? What the fuck? They legalized weed, and now there's just non-stop kick-ass jams coming out of there.
Yeah, there's a lot of kick-ass bands, a lot of young, awesome bands around here. Yeah, man, people are just I don't know, coming out of their cottages or coming out of their
Right.
igloos. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, man, I swear it seems like every month I've got, oh, so there's another band out of Canada kicking ass we got to talk to.
I want to know what this is all about.
Well, we'll talk a whole lot about you guys, man. I know that you have the new EP, The Great Fire. We're going to talk in great length about that a little bit here later into the show, man. But let's talk a little bit of metal. Well, first of all, that Bovice and Amorphia, badass, right? I mean,
oh, yeah.
just silly, man.
Good band.
We got some good tunes and a total disregard for public safety.
It was awesome.
We're just returning from the Tennessee Metal Devastation Festival, Scully and I, so we've got kind of a backlog of jams. So we're going to stick a few extra at everybody. You know, we usually open with one. Tonight we wanted to open in two. We got a little bit more for you guys.
I brought extra.
As we are coming out of the coma of the world, which is what I've begun to call COVID, is like the world's coma for the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah.
What are you looking forward to, man? Are you back to life? Are you feeling back to life right now?
Let's check his pulse.
Yeah, we've been kind of back to life here, going to a couple of shows here and there, man. Getting to see some of my bandmates a lot more now, and we finally got to play a show about a month ago. So we got another one set up soon. So things are starting to come around and start to enjoy life a little bit, right? And
right, breathe again.
I came back to life after a long black gap.
Dude, I gotta ask, how did it feel to get out on that fucking stage again after such a weird absence?
There was a lot of energy, so it's like we were kind of nervous, but it was just good just to go out, just like have her, right? And just I think we all learned to appreciate it a lot more. And even when I went out to go watch the show, just appreciating like the live venue, the people around, like people I haven't seen in a very long time, right? So this whole thing just you shut everybody out, right? And
right. It feels, I go to shows right now and it very much feels like almost like a reunion. Like, you know what I mean? Like we're all coming, like we've all been, out doing separate things with our lives for a bunch of years now, and we're kind of coming back together. It's like, whoa, hey man, I ain't seen you in fucking years. What's up, brother?
Where the fuck you been all these years?
Yeah, exactly.
The second part of that too is that the pits I've been in since we've returned to shows have been, man, 3 or 4 times more ferocious at a minimum. I mean, they're just, people have got that amped up energy they've been storing in their fucking homes for the last few years that they're just bringing to these shows.
Oh, exactly. Like the energy has just been great, positive, and everybody's just headbanging and getting in there, right?
Let loose the Kraken!
Fuck yeah. Well, where did the release of this EP fall in line? Like, did you guys have to back it up at any point, or did it fall kind of how you wanted it to? Were you affected, I guess, by the world events when you were creating this?
The whole COVID and the pandemic kind of for sure played an issue of getting together. But at the same time, the beginning of 2020, we were also looking for a new guitar player. So that kind of slowed things down. And then once we got Tony, we bring him up to speed.
Who's Tony?
Pretty much 2021, that's when we really got the ball rolling with the EP and then once 2022 came, it was just like getting it mixed and mastered and see how we wanted to release it. But yeah, in the beginning, the pandemic didn't help, but we also were looking for a new member. So
you had a couple of things on the plate. Well,
yeah, exactly.
Judging by the released and complete copy of The Great Fire, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Tony's up to speed. Tony's up to speed.
Yeah, he did very well, man. Yeah, he did awesome.
Tony. He was a punk.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. Introduce yourself, man. I assume everybody knows who you are because I do, but maybe some of the cats are new to you. Introduce yourself and tell them who the rest of the gentlemen are that make up the band with you, sir, and tell them a little bit.
Yeah. So, my name is Mark Arruda. So I'm the vocalist. We have Matt McGuire, who's the drummer. We have Anthony Rimac, who is the guitar player. Him and Matt started the band back in 2006. I joined about 2007, and then we have Colin Wakil on bass. When did he join? Maybe I think 2014. He came on board.
Oh, okay. So after
And
Imperium was
then,
released.
yes, and then we have Tony Amendia, and he's our other guitar player, and he helped actually he helped mix this EP up. So he did all the mixing and mastering himself.
Fuck yeah. Nice to have
So
one of those guys in the crew.
yeah, he wanted to take it on, and so there was a lot of trial and error and a lot of back and forth because I do some mixing myself, so you know so we're sending each other notes and well, maybe try this or try that, and he did an amazing job on it. So
That he did, man. We put it on in the studio right now when we feel like we need to break some shit. So, that's always my favorite shit is the music that inspires me to break things, brother. That's the reason I do this fucking show is I get jacked up by that shit. You know what I mean?
oh, exactly.
Well, let's talk a little bit about you, brother. Tell me about some of your roots, man. What was the first, what would be considered metal release that you bought as a youngin' that got you into this whole shit?
Yeah, my first I guess metal experience was the Black Album by Metallica.
Awesome. Okay. How old are you, if you don't mind my asking?
I'm 45.
Oh, I'm sorry?
45.
45. Okay, cool.
45, yeah.
You ain't
Yeah,
that much younger than me, brother. Okay, go ahead.
yeah, oh man.
I'm a fucking old man, brother. Look at this gray. You should see my ball sack. But anyway.
Wait, man, you think we're old?
But okay, I cut you off this, sir. Okay, the Black Album. Okay. A very controversial album, if you don't mind my saying. So.
Oh, it is. It is. It changed the whole thrash scene of the world of metal, put metal on the mainstream, right? So
right.
I mean, it changed a lot of things.
Well, let me ask you that specifically. Yeah. We have a debate about that. Some of our in-house people believe that the reason there's so much hate for the Black Album is not necessarily the tone change, but the fact that it was well received. Some people, metalheads, they're like, oh, that shit is mine. Fuck you. That's not for mainstream. You know what I mean? I know metalheads that are still pissed that Stranger Things made Metallica more popular. It's a weird thing, but their thought is very much, that's my shit.
It belongs to me.
Yeah, as metalheads, everything's ours, right? It's like, what? Like I don't know, for some reason we get upset if somebody finds out a band and it's just like, no, like that's my band or whatever. Right.
We shall save that for ourselves.
Right. If you love them, don't you want to see some success for these motherfuckers? I mean, shit.
Well, yeah, exactly, right. So
weird,
I mean,
man. Weird thing.
Even when Lamb of God came, they were just coming in, so like nobody knew about them, and it's just like once they blew up, I was just like, that was my band. Like not too many people knew about them, right? It was like a hidden thing, right? But
this is all mine. It's all mine.
It is
funny,
man.
You want these bands to succeed, right? Especially now being older, it's like, dude, we gotta expand. Like we gotta, for these bigger bands to survive. Like they help keep us younger. I mean, our lesser known bands alive. Like
right. Well, and they keep the doors open, man. The more success a band gets, the more doors open for more bands, and that can only be a good thing. I feel like
it's a cycle of life, but 1,000,000 times faster.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was just such a big change that the only band that could keep up with Metallica was Megadeth, right?
Right.
And I think Anthrax tried, like with the Sound of White Noise, like killer album, but they never got the same success as Metallica or even Megadeth, and Slayer, right? And then
fucking Slayer!
And I think Testament is probably maybe the only other band that can sing and do stuff that is a mainstream, but they kind of they survived the 90s.
right. And there's something to be said for that, actually, man. That's not everyone did.
We lost a lot of men.
So. Not everybody did, yeah, exactly. Right. Like they survived the 90s,
grunge came and went. Testament still stands, brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so, there's something to be said for that.
So yeah, I think a lot of bands were kind of like,
what on earth? What is happening?
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Right. Oh, maybe it's a fucked up thing to say. Metalheads get that rap that we're all angry, we're all pissed off, and it's my stance that everyone is, metalhead or not. Everybody's got that pissed off part of you.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like we have this as an outlet, which that's why, in my opinion, most metalheads are some of the friendliest motherfuckers I know, because they let it go this way.
Am I making sense?
There will always be that external thought that we're violent, we're fucking angry, we're fucking whatever. That shit ain't never going anywhere. Never, ever, ever. If you live in this world and your brain works, you're going to have some fucking anger, man. So you need that outlet. And that's why we flow to albums like these, man. The Great Fire for me has been great for that. It's a great outlet for that. And metal, going back to my youth, we talked about Metallica. We talked about Anthrax, some of that stuff. That shit is the soundtrack of me figuring out who the fuck I am. Literally,
Exactly.
Very well put.
It's weird when I hear that I hate that band for succeeding and shit. We talked to Billy Milano not too long ago, who kind of shit all over the Anthrax guys, but I love the Anthrax guys, man. In fact, I think the last two Anthrax releases are two of their best ever. But
yeah, I thought they were awesome.
Yeah, and that actually opens the door to the biggest question in the room, I guess, these days with music. Gone are the days where 1 million copies are sold, hard copies. That shit is over. It ain't never coming back. So how do you find yourself navigating through this new musical landscape, man? Because, almost every artist I know is like, look, man, I love my band, but I got a day job, brother. It ain't like it used to be. So will we ever get that back, you think, or is that just gone?
You're talking ancient history.
Artists have to have different, you have to have a number of sources, so it's like, yeah, if you have a day job and then you're doing this like part-time, like playing in a band, but if you're like, you have to have your hands in a different jars of cookies, right? So there's people out there who are like, you're taking photography and then they have like a part-time job somewhere else, and then they do design, like graphic design, and then they do they go sell merch and stuff for their band, or they're in like 6 bands or something like that, and they do a label or something,
mix and match sound and shit, right?
Yeah, or they're they're studio engineers, and then they have a band, and then maybe they have something else. I think you have to have your hands in different jars of cookies, right? And
yeah,
you have to make money.
If you're going to keep it going, you do, right? Because the revenue streams for money for musical artists are, they're choked arteries at this point, man. So many have been choked off to dryness that's, honestly, if nowadays, I had somebody tell me recently, man, there's so many bands out there that are struggling. I don't know why they keep doing it. Boy, you better love the music. You better have a passion for it these days, man.
Yeah, exactly. You have to love it, man.
Yeah.
You have to have a passion for it.
But that, to me, is why it's so much worth supporting the ones that you connect with and that you feel in your guts. You gotta go out there and support these artists. It's more important now than it's ever been, ladies and gentlemen. I swear to God, I can't tell you. We drove to Tennessee to support some bands, and I bought merch from every single band at that fucking thing. It's never been more important to support the bands, man. And we hope that you support these badass motherfuckers. Well, I'll tell you what, you're not going anywhere, right? Can I get you to hang out?
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
I'm not going anywhere.
Let's support a few bands by playing a few jams here, man, for everybody. And then we'll come back. Me and Mark will talk a little bit more shit. In fact, we got a jam we're going to play from you cats later in the show. So something to look forward to for everybody out there. Don't go anywhere.
Don't touch that dial and stay on them.
I'm going to set up a few jams for you, man. Razor, I had somebody tell me Razor's back, man. Razor has been back since 1996, so they've been back for a minute.
What are you, new?
Also out of Ontario, right? These guys are out of your backyard. Yeah.
Yeah, from Guelph, I think like half an hour drive away from me.
So. That's awesome. Well, this new Cycle of Contempt is the name of the brand new release from them. It is out now, and I recommend that everybody pick it up. Please show them the love. We're going to play Flames of Hatred from it. Behind that, we're going to play some Catapult out of Switzerland. Melodic death meets thrash metal. These dudes are badasses. They have put out a few EPs, but this is their debut full-length release. It's called Play Stupid Games, Win Stupid Prizes. You got to love that. And we're going to play the song from them, Comfortably Dumb. Right behind that, we're going to play some Sarcator. Everybody who watches the show knows that I have a love of blackened thrash metal. When blackened meets thrash and it's done right, it makes me fucking very, very happy. And These guys, Sarcade, are certainly fit the bill. They're out of Sweden. They got a brand new release called Alkahest, which actually drops on November 4th. It will be fully available. From what I've heard so far, it is fantastic. You're going to want to pick it up. And then after all that, let's bring in my buddy from Sentient Horror. We'll talk a little bit about the new Sentient Horror release, which is must-own shit. It's called Rites of Gore. And we'll play a jam from it. And after all that, we'll come back, and me and Mark are going to keep hanging out and keep playing metal for you. What do you think?
Yeah, man.
Fuck yeah. And now, metal.
I like that guy. He's a very fine guy.
A sea of little bodies, scorched by flames.
I don't like to speak badly of people, but he's an evil man who should
roast horribly in the flames of hell.
Superpowers, bitch! Oh! 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 Oh!
What a dumbass!
And in the lower shed.
Claustrophobia and the smell of shit. You don't want what you don't know. Ambitions drown in the dirt. The ones who dream will get hurt. I'm one for the great good. The fuck to hell I play with blood. We're done as we all shut as a tail with help in an epic drop. The blood on the streets will drown the guilt. The blood on the streets will drown the guilt. The blood on the streets will drown the guilt. The blood on the streets will drown the guilt. The genocide, the blood of living, nothing for all. The dead and gone, the nearly gone. Weapons and slaughter, the noises fade, the silence comes. Hold the bastards to their deeds. Slit their throat out of the blood. With a blood from the great God, the fuck you will. Pay with blood. Bring the God as well. Shut as they will. What out with an epic God. Shut the fuck up. Shut your fucking mouth for a second and think. If you must start and he must start, who the fuck will start? Breathing ember that ignites receives. With a bunch of brands, repeats won't do shit. Fuck.
You can shove your dumbass religion up your skinny ass.
This woman has come with a problem. One of her hands is shorter than the other. Look at that! This is incredible. Her left hand is growing.
Good evening, I'm Ken Bastida. Dana is off tonight. He was murdered and then set on fire while celebrating his birthday.
Now listen to me, you disgusting little maggot!
From the stripping to the furious fires who would take me there. Yeah. Loving my heart in a gallows to the life can be drained. Drink me down into the mouth of the abyss. I'm not another world. Let me your secrets. That we're here to guide us, but now with a reason. We know the ship there's nothing to end this in a fire. Outlaw, rebel son, take us higher.
For you, you little maggot!
And now for something completely different.
Well, hey there, Metal-O-Maniacs. As you can see, the badassery continues here on the show tonight. As I'm joined by my new brother, man, and I got to tell you, I'm a fan, and I appreciate your time for this. But how you doing, man? How you doing?
Doing good. Doing good. How's things going on your end?
Well, as long as the soundtrack is provided by people such as yourself, man, I can't bitch too much. Or at least I can bitch with a loud fucking stereo next to me. You know what I mean? So, well, for those who do not know, and they should already, because I've been telling you fuckers about this dude already, but in this band. But if they don't, introduce yourself, my friends.
All right, my name is Matt Moliti. I'm the vocalist, lead guitar, and primary songwriter for the band Sentient Horror.
Out of motherfucking Jersey, another a growing, burgeoning East Coast thing happening, man. I love that. You know, we're running up and down the fucking East Coast like a rash. All these brand new badass bands, man. So fucking keep it coming.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones coming up.
Fuck yeah, man. We just talked to Morby Cross recently out of your neck of the woods a few weeks ago, man. So.
Oh, nice.
Support badassery, ladies and gentlemen. Well, give me a little bit of the rundown, man. You guys have been around for about 6 years now, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, about that. Our first, the first demo, which came out under the name Sentience, came out I think in 2014, and then that was the very first demo, and then the band kind of existed as Sentience up until we did our first record. A little bit of a lineup change there, and then the first record, Ungodly Forms, came out at the end of 2016.
Oh, and that would, I guess, the official moniker, but yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
in all forms, it goes back even longer. So fuck yeah, man. Moving in on the decade mark, sir.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy to think that.
Tell me about the transition. I love your Merciful Fate shirt. I got to tell you, I'm a shirt freak, man. So I have the 3,000. But tell me about the coming together and who are the cats that make up the current rest of your lineup.
So besides myself, there's the second longest running member is John Lopez. He's our rhythm guitar player. And then our drummer is Evan Daniele. And our bass player is Tyler Batovsky. And both Evan and Tyler joined in 2007, at the end of 2017, beginning 2018. That's when they came aboard.
So fair to say that Rites of Gore is, in many ways, like the whole entire band. It's kind of, well, I guess it's the sophomore outing with this lineup then, right? Morbid Realms was the same lineup?
Morbid Realms was the same lineup, yeah.
No kid, I have that wrong in my notes then, sir. I thought it was a change between them. So this is a sophomore outing from you guys then. Yeah, well, tell me about that. Tell me about getting this record together and kind of the weird background in the world in which you had to do it, you know?
Yeah, it was one of those things where it was crazy. You know, we had a lot of stuff, you know, I mean, this is the same story for every band, right? We had a lot of stuff lined up and then it all died. Yeah. So
in the metalhead community, cancel culture means something entirely different, man. It was all the goddamn shows we had to not go to. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was crazy. So, you know, just like everyone else, we were just like, hey, let's just get right on the next record. And you know, I think, you know, the vibe of the world kind of made the band take a slightly different direction on this one. It's a little more straightforward than Morbid Realms. And maybe a little more on the brutal side, but I wouldn't call us a brutal death metal band by any means, but it's definitely, it's a meaner sounding, angrier, yes. Angrier sounding record, yeah.
Angrier for sure, yeah. Look, I don't know if you can see my angrier is written here,
yeah.
So that's one of the outcomes. Well, and I'm going to assume that's by no accident, right? I mean, the world has sped that in many ways over the last few years, I'm sure, so.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's sort of like, it's funny, you know, it wasn't how, like, in my mind, I kind of anticipated the follow-up to Morbid Realms turning out, but, you know, I guess it's just your current output's kind of a reflection of where your mind is at, you know what I mean? And you can't really control that so much, so, but we are kind of talking about, you know, even though, you know, Rites of Gore isn't even a year old, we are talking about the next one already. So
something like staying busy then, right?
Yeah. We're actually we're planning on getting it recorded early next year. The next one. We haven't started writing anything yet, but the timeline, because vinyl is still super backed up. And that's really the reason why.
Yeah.
So yeah, we our record label Redefining Darkness was kind of giving us the lowdown on like turnaround times, and they were like, yeah, if you want your next record to come out in 2024, you need to basically deliver the master by like mid 2023. So it's like, oh shit, gotta get on writing the next stuff, you know.
How weird is that? Yeah, we're literally, I'm still devouring rights. So yeah. It's like, get on the next one. But I get it, man. That's the way of the world. Well, and something you mentioned a second ago, just that, you know, I've heard it said that current affairs or current events is the co-author to anything written. You know, so, you know, there is, of course, that. But
yeah, it's funny, too, because, you know, like getting a record together to deliver it, and then we're probably like gonna forget the songs by the time we have to start playing them live. You know, it'll be a whole almost year after we deliver the master till the record will probably come out. So
wow, another common thread, man. Another common thread that we hear, that another gift COVID gave us, you might say.
Yeah.
So, people telling me, dude, I got on stage for the first time to play this song for people. I'm like, fuck, I haven't played this since forever ago, other than you know. So that's crazy, man. But well, what are you most looking forward to? Have you been able to do a proper, you know, release party and all that kind of thing? You know, I know that tradition has kind of been sacrificed along the way in many ways here, but
Well, we've been doing shows. You know, we've been doing shows pretty steadily. I think probably the biggest show that we did was the Into the Darkness Fest. That was at the end of last month in Youngstown, Ohio. That was the festival that our actually the record label that we're on, Redefining Darkness, they put that together. Thomas from Redefining had manned that up, and then let's see. In 2 weeks, we're going to be doing the Meat Locker in Montclair, New Jersey, with a pretty awesome lineup. It's going to be Chained to the Dead, us, Oxalate, Oxygen Destroyer, and Fulci.
Oh yes, that is a killer lineup, brother. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
Hell yeah, man. That last Oxygen Destroyer, I still listen to that shit like almost every day. But anyway.
Oh yeah, those guys are great.
Yeah, they're silly. That's good shit, man. So we're literally already diving into new music, already got some legs of the tour coming, man. You know, how nice is it to breathe again? I mean, I feel in many ways like we're breathing again for the first time.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I think, you know, what the recent shows have really shown me is that people are eager to get out. You know, they're eager to get out to the shows. We did a show at Lucky 13 in Brooklyn that was packed. You know, with some other bands from our label, Maul and Tombstone were on that one.
That new Maul, another one, yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah. Maul's they're doing some awesome shit, you know, and Tombstoner as well. Yeah. Then Tombstoner, they're kind of sort of from our neck of the woods. They're you know, we're North Jersey, they're Staten Island, so. Yeah.
Me and Scully were just hanging out in your neck of the woods recently, man. So yeah, we'll have to look you up next time we make it up there, brother.
Yeah, for sure.
Fuck yeah, man. Well, people are going to ask, and rightly so, after they hear the jam. Well, first off, I guess what jam should we play for everybody tonight, man? What jam should we go with?
So I would say the first single that came out, the first promo track, "Till Death Do Us Rot." I would definitely rock that one.
Because I listened to the whole fucking thing. In fact, I'm a huge Entombed guy, so I can't let you go without asking you about. Obviously, you share that love, right? Supposed to Rot.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's kind of like, you know, what we kind of got known for is really being up on the Swedish, you know, the Swedish sound, even though we're from Jersey. Nowhere near Sweden.
Hey,
but
Stockholm, Jersey, right? Stockholm,
that's true. Yeah. That's there actually is about 10, maybe 15 minutes north of me, a small town called Stockholm, New Jersey. I'm like, okay, that's too perfect for me not to use.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Yeah. It's fucking beautiful. Yeah. So that's obviously led in part to going with Supposed to Rot as the cover to close out the record too, man. And it's such a fucking perfect fucking boom, boom, boom song to close things out with, man. I love it.
Yeah, for sure. We were doing that a lot. We started playing that. We did a tour in Europe in 2018. And that was the song that we rehearsed to do that. We did it pretty much every show. And so, you know, it was kind of like the little, like, hey, you know, we played this cover so much, we should probably record it.
Give it the full homage treatment.
For sure, yeah. And then, you know, literally in the middle of tracking, you know, we find out LG passes away. So it took an extra significance, you know. It's sort of simultaneously paying tribute to him as well as you know. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I was gonna ask if it was a direct result of, but to find out it happened in, you know, correlation.
Yeah.
More like meant to be, brother. Meant to be.
For sure, yeah.
Well, that's awesome, man. Well, I alluded to when we played this song, people are going to ask, how do I follow this band, man? I love this dude. I love this band. How do I show my support and follow along? What's the best way?
You can check us out. I mean, we're on all the typical streaming services and all that stuff. Our Bandcamp is sentienthorror.bandcamp.com. So, you know, you can pick up the new record. There, you know, we have it on vinyl, CD, and cassette. And then we have a bunch of print-to-order shirt options, and a lot of designs that are actually are only on the website print-to-order. And I know that a lot of people will message me saying, they want to make sure if they're ordering stuff that, that the money is going to the band. And I can assure them that, yes, if you order stuff from our Bandcamp, regardless of what it is, we are getting, we are getting money from that. So you're going to be fully supporting us if you go that route. Again, some upcoming shows. If you're in any of these areas, I mentioned the Montclair, New Jersey show. That's Friday, August 26th. And that's, again, in Montclair, New Jersey at the Meat Locker with Fulci and Oxygen Destroyer on tour, and also with Oxalate and Chained to the Dead. Then the month after, in September, Saturday, the 24th, we're going to be in York, Pennsylvania at the Shadowwoods Reunion Festival. So we're going to be doing that one. And I think you can get tickets on Eventbrite for that one already. Then in October, we're going to be at the Depot in Baltimore with Tomb Sentinel. And that's going to be on October 22nd, I believe.
Oh, well, you know what? I'll see you in person on that one then, brother. The Depot's my backyard.
Oh, there we go.
Greg, who we've actually thrown some shows there, some Metal-O-Mania concerts there.
Oh, awesome.
So, yeah, man. Well, I'll see you in person on that date, man. October 22nd. I'm writing that shit down.
Yeah.
So that's good shit.
Awesome. Yeah. And then, of course, all of our socials. We're on Instagram and Facebook, Sentient Horror Official. That's our tag for that.
Yeah. Well, it's official that I'm a fan of Sentient Horror, and if you keep hanging out, you'll see me adorning a kick-ass Sentient Horror shirt sometime.
Awesome, man.
A fan of the band and a fan of you cats, big time, brother. For real, this release is just silly. I love the last release. I love this one even more. Angrier does speak to me on a certain level, I gotta tell you. So as will come as no surprise to our followers. But dude, for real, Matt, thank you so much for hanging out with us, man. It means a lot.
Oh, dude, thanks for having me on. It was a pleasure.
Yeah. So, then I got you on the record. Will you come hang out with us again sometime?
Oh, for sure. Anytime. Just let me know.
You rule, brother. Thanks, man. It means a lot. You have a good evening.
Thanks. You too. This is Matt from Sentient Horror, and you are watching Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt and Scully.
rot from the inside out and die 1,000 deaths.
Dude, fuck yeah. How bad is those jams? How bad is Matt? Fucking dude, Sentient Horror is silly. That release.
That album's sick. That album's sick.
So good, man. So good. Rites of Gore, please, ladies and gentlemen, show your love and pick up a copy.
Oh my God, let's go buy one.
Pick up a copy, and also pick up a copy of The Great Fire, man. This EP is fucking silly, brother. It's been out for a couple of months now. I know that everybody I've talked to is jamming and enjoying it, man. How's it feel to fucking get it out into the fucking world finally, man? I know the process is a bitch, so are you like, finally?
Yeah, we were, when we finally released it, like, we were very proud of this EP. Well, we did everything ourselves. We recorded everything. We mixed and mastered it ourselves. I think this represented us today, right? So this is us as a whole.
A glory hole in an airport bathroom.
I fucking love it, man. From start to finish, there's no fucking mercy. It fucking just picks you up and throws you around the fucking room. I like it. It's literally just 4 jams to punch you in the face, man. What's wrong with that?
Not a fucking thing.
How's your scene? How do you got a good scene up there in Ontario to be able to support it? I know we've kind of gone through some flux over the last couple of years, but is that emerging again? Or?
Yeah, I live in the Kitchener area, and a lot of awesome bands around here, and the scene's very, very strong. The rest of the guys live in Hamilton, and the scene's always been awesome over there in Hamilton. So like we can't complain. Like we always have a good crowd, and people are always great. The bands that we play with are all awesome. So I mean, there's nothing to complain about.
I am from Ontario, for fuck's sake.
The energy of The Great Fire, which we're going to play the title track of here just a little bit, but the energy of this just screams to me that I gotta believe a live showing is just silly, man. I gotta think that it gets a little wild in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of energy at our pits. It's people like to go crazy, man. Yeah, it's awesome.
Dude, I'm a fan. I know that there's somewhat, I guess controversy might be overstating it, but there's somewhat of a back and forth about the core meets metal and the metal meets core thing. I'm a fan of it. I think the energy is great. I think that the shows I go to are always brutal, which is something I love, man. You know, what are your thoughts on some of the genres? Honestly, I wish we'd throw the word genre right out of the trash can. I wish we'd get rid of the fucking word. I do.
Yeah, I think when we first started, I think we called ourselves like metalcore or whatever it was, and
then that word took on to be like a bad meaning.
Better dead here than dead in the core.
Yeah, I think it just because too many emo bands came out. Like, I'm just gonna say it. Like,
You're right. But those were misclassified though. To call those metalcore, I feel like was a mistake. You know what I mean? And that you're exactly right. That emo bleeding effect seemed to somehow poison the metalcore scene, man. I've taken to calling it, hardcore metal. It seems like people swallow that easier, but it's so fucking weird, dude. You know?
Yeah, it is. But we throw in so many different. Like, it's metal, man.
Metal, man, like in my mom's teeth, man. Metal.
I'm from the 90s, and it's like you're gonna get some thrash from us. You're gonna get some death metal from us. You're gonna get some analog death, but you're gonna get some groove. You're gonna get something that might sound like black metal, like you know what I mean.
Well, and you're not afraid of a fucking solo in there here and there too. So I mean, you know.
Yeah, like so. Especially in this last EP, we throw so much stuff that, like, you know what, I think, like, we had a big talk with the band. It's just like, you know what, I'm just gonna call ourselves metal.
Yeah, boom. I love it.
We're gonna leave it at that. I'm like, people could classify us as whatever, give us a genre. That's their department, man. But this is metal.
That's his fucking metal face.
And it's true. Like, I'm influenced by so much stuff out there, you know. And it's not just metal. Like, I do like my Alice in Chains. I do like my Soundgarden. You know, I do like my Led Zeppelin and stuff like that. You know, I do like my Queen. You know, and it's like you gotta have more than just one arsenal, I think. And you know, it's cool to put in. A thrash vibe. I mean, it's cool to put in like a death metal blast beat vibe, and it's cool just to lay back and like let something trippy, something spacey.
Fuck yeah.
You know?
Well, it never hurts to throw a few breakdowns in there and let the mosh pit just destroy things too, man. I think that's
it's songwriting. We're not just making riff salads and like here you go. We want the song to flow,
right,
and whatever it needs, right? So we want to make the song better. So
it's structured and it's aggressive. If you give me that, you know what I mean? Fucking even structured, I'm negotiable.
It's fine. I'm not that picky.
The point I often make, and I hope you agree with me, honestly, is that metal is not wallflower music. This isn't the fucking music where you come and sit in your seat and watch it and you stand against the wall and watch it. This is music where you come and you're an active part of the show. You know, as a participant, as a fan of the show, you are a part of the show. I expect you jumping and running and panging and, you know what I mean? That's something that metal, fuck the genres, metal brings that no other fucking type of music brings to the table. I find that important. I find that engaging, and it's why I'll always be a metal fan, man. Always, until I fucking die.
Exactly. Me too.
You know? Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
So let's partner up and let's get metal.
When I was given a copy, you guys, thank you, by the way. You mailed us a copy of The Great Fire, and I bought a T-shirt, which I'll be wearing on, I think, on one of our box opening videos here. Much love to you guys for that. But when I put in a CD, when somebody sends us a CD to check out, I put it in with if I can avoid it, even I don't even want to know what genre they call themselves. I don't want to know any of that shit. I just want to put it in and fucking give a virgin ear listen to it. And dude, I found that The Great Fire, well, obviously we're talking, you know what I mean? We're talking right now. That's a sign that I fucking, I fell right in. I was like, dude, this is the good shit, brother. So, you know, I'm glad it's out there, man.
I want to buy it.
Well, what's next? Are you able to start planning your journey a little bit forward, or?
Yeah, I think we're gonna play a couple shows here and there, but we're already talking about starting to write a full album. We just started a foundation for one song right now that's going to be on the new album. So I think that's what we're going to do in the new year, and just really concentrate on writing. So I think we found a style and something that we like with this last EP, and we want to continue with that and get something. Okay, you know, we got a good thing going here. So let's work on this and let's get the full length out there.
Hope we can keep this momentum going.
Let's turn this caterpillar into a butterfly, baby. Let's go. I'm ready.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm ready. Dude, you know, if someone put a gun to my head and said, what was the number one thing that's brought this metal resurgence back to light? And we're very much experiencing one. My answer is easily that. Songwriting has returned. We stopped doing that stupid shit where we for 20 minutes with a fucking guitar, and you know what I mean?
What just happened?
Right. What? I don't even know. Yeah, you're a great guitar player, man, but nobody wants to hear that for 40 fucking minutes, you know?
Enough already!
Yeah, exactly.
Songwriting, you know, bands like Power Trip, bands like, you know, rest in peace Riley, really embraced, like, all right, look, we're going to structure our songs, we're going to make rock solid songs, you know, and that's going to be the base we're going to build this return on, man. And I think the Great EP is a further example of that completely. In fact, it's just rock solid songwriting that's, you know, meant to punch you in the face, man. Why did we lose that? Where did that go for 10, 15 years?
If you only knew how I missed it.
I think the talent, the playing has gotten up, I guess. And
right, you're not wrong about that, yeah.
And I think people are just like, look what I can do, and then that became, you know, like, I remember I think the first time when I grabbed like All Shall Perish, and I was like, wow, I mean, the guitar playing was just like amazing, but they wrote songs like the one album, I can't click, but then all of a sudden it just became that every band was just like, they're sweeping, they're noodling like crazy, and then it's just like, you know, it becomes like almost like a mess, and it's just like, okay. And then like that band, okay, like that was cool, then things just became, everybody just started doing,
It became a dick measuring contest, man. It really did.
Exactly.
It was, you know, I can't. Again, there was some great guitar players and stuff like that, but just give me a break. Write me a song, man. Write me a fucking song.
Yeah, and I think a lot of those bands, I think they realize like you can only do that for so long, and now we have to like start writing songs again.
We've got to get back to basics.
Some of them are still out there, and some of them didn't make it, right? So
right, that's right. Everybody wanted to be Yngwie Malmsteen for a second. Like, man, that shit was over in the 80s. What the fuck? Crazy. Well, what are you listening to right now? What are some of the new releases that you're diving into and checking out these days?
I love the new Decapitated album.
Oh, yes, so good, brother.
So good.
So good.
Lamb of God's new album there. Well, it just came out like last week.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I like it a lot. I'm a big fan of those guys, man.
Yeah, man. Some of the local bands around here I've been listening to Eaten by Sharks a lot.
Okay. I'll have to check that out.
My assistant Beaker will check it out.
Yeah, man. Them and then Tortured Saints. Their album just came out. They're from London. So I've been listening to them. I listen to like a lot of Southern Ontario bands.
Yeah, support the scene, brother. Support the scene.
Exactly, right. So
that's what's up.
That, and then like I really enjoyed the new Megadeth album. I really enjoyed that.
Dude, I love it. It seems like everybody that I know over like 40 loves it, and everybody I know under 40 doesn't like it. I don't understand. I think the new Megadeth is fantastic. It's it's a good album, man.
I think it's brilliant.
They're thrash monsters.
I liked it.
Yeah. Well, dude, and talk about songwriting and musicianship. Those guys bring it. I don't understand how that can't be a good thing.
And then there's the new Machine Head album. I've been listening to that.
Yeah,
crazy.
right.
That thing is great.
Yeah, it's honestly, I have fallen off of them a little bit over the last few years, but yeah, the new release is very good. I'm enjoying it as well. So we were talking a little bit about like the thrash effect. I'd like your take on this. I've always said thrash was the natural result of punk musicians becoming better musicians. Punk was when we didn't know what the fuck we were doing and just now I know how to play guitar. That became thrash. You know what I mean?
I get it. I get it now.
I can play a little bit faster and cleaner.
Yeah, right. That's good shit, man. That's good. Well, dude, honestly, I could talk to you all fucking day, man. If you'd let me, I would talk to you until we're already gray, so we're working on it. Anyway. But you still got some color in your beard, man. Fuck, how'd you do that?
You got some color. I'm jealous.
Well, dude, we're gonna play the title track off of The Great Fire right now, and you guys have a video. Tell me a little bit about making the video, and then beyond that, tell everyone how they can follow the band, sir.
Yeah, so we did the Great Fire video. We did that. I think it's been a year now.
Whoa.
We did that last October.
Awesome.
Yeah, we did that all ourselves. We
DIY, baby.
Yeah, we did. Got some cameras, and we got some cell phones, put it around us, and hit record and baptized by fire, man. We just went in there.
Love that.
we just started learning things ourselves. Maybe this will work. Maybe this won't work. Like, who knows? Like, we just started experimenting. We just rented a studio and we just did it. And then Tony got I forget his name, one of his buddies who helped edit the video and stuff like that. So he does that as a hobby. Like he does that. So he did a wonderful job.
Fuck yeah, dude. It's a badass video. It's fun.
Did a hell of a job, too.
It was a fun time, and it was just like, it only cost us $200 to rent the studio and do that, right?
Worth every penny.
That's a good time.
Oh, exactly.
It's a good fucking video. It's a good fucking song, man. And you guys are a badass band. I'm a fan, brother, for sure.
Thank you.
You rock, brother. I'm trying to do my things, and I broke my thumb earlier, dude. I'm fucking my shit's all busted. But dude, you fucking rule, dude. For you Metal-O-Maniacs out there, please, please, please pick up your copy of The Great Fire. A hard copy.
Everybody likes the convenience of a hard copy.
A hard copy. That's right. If you can't read it on the shitter, it doesn't count. I know I say that every week.
Yeah.
And show these guys the love, man. Dude, Mark, I appreciate your time. I appreciate this release. And fucking, hey, man, if the gods align, I'd love to see you guys live on this motherfucker somehow. So.
You never know, man.
Fuck yeah. Fingers crossed.
What up?
Shout out to you guys and give my love to the rest of the band. So For those following at home, please go and support these cats on social media. You can follow them on YouTube, right? You got the YouTube?
Yeah, we got YouTube,
Facebook,
Bandcamp, Facebook, Spotify,
Instagram.
Instagram. We're on Instagram.
Fuck yeah! And they're starting their OnlyFans page next week. Keep your eyes open for that. Mark, thank you, brother. I appreciate you, sir.
Thank you.
So we're gonna open these jams up before we head into the credits, and don't leave until you hear the sound of the rain and thunder. That's when the show's over. But we're gonna open this up with the title track, of course, off of this Aquila release, which is The Great Fire. Behind that, we're gonna play the brand new the single from Dying Fetus that they've released right here in our backyard. I'm trying to get these guys on the show. Hopefully, John's gonna come on soon, guys. Keep hanging out. We'll hopefully get him on here. Compulsion for Cruelty is the new single. We're going to play that for you. And then the last song of the night for episode 273, we're going to play some Goat Whore. This new Goat Whore. Oh, you know I'm a huge fan. Trying to get these guys on as well. Angels Hung from the Arches of Heaven is this jam. And with it, we will close out the show. Mark, you fucking rock, brother. I will hold you.
Buddy, thank you.
I will hold you to hanging out with me again, sir.
For sure.
Awesome.
Amen.
Hey, thanks for your time, my friend.
Thank you.
And now, metal.
Those two were mighty affectionate.
Hi, this is Mark Arruda from Aquila, and you're watching Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt and Scully. Stay metal, everybody.
We got a great fire and a 6-pack of beer.
With a great fire, he summoned the unwanted souls.
Life is cruel.
And cruelty knows no morality.
I don't understand this cruelty.
She smells like angels ought to smell.
If you've made your peace, then the devils are really angels, freeing you from the earth.
Welcome to Hell's Angels.
That's all, bitches.
This just in. Scientists have discovered that once you've been infected by Metal-O-Mania, there is no cure. Contact Scully right away for more and more metal to feed the dragon.
Hey, this is Lenny from Dustbolt, and you're listening to Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt.
Hey, this is Carl from Now, and you're listening to Metal-O-Mania.